bring out your hosts of the Lady Journey podcast, Katie Hannigan and Sarah Talamash.
Healing crystals, skincare routines, knitting a sweater, fitting in jeans. With Katie and Sarah, no need to worry, you're on a lady journey.
Thank you guys so much for coming out to see our live podcast of Lady Journey. This is a dream for us. And in our dream, there was more people. But you guys are enough. We're all enough.
We're so grateful. Thank you.
We're so grateful that you're here. And thank you for bearing with us just as we reorganize the space a little bit. So Lady Journey, we are a podcast. And it's kind of, the vibe is kind of, not just for ladies. We're all on a journey, right? A feminine experience, tapping into ourselves. But we talk about, lifestyle topics. We like fashion. We like overnight oats. A lady journey is like, remember the time you got deeply into overnight oats for 2 weeks? You told everybody, you said, I'm an overnight oats girl.
Yeah, and you have no idea how you got there.
Yeah.
You saw Pinterest and you're like, that is what I want for my life.
This is who I am now. And then you just never talk about it again. You just go back to your muffin like it never happened.
It's sometimes a way for me to keep track of time where I was like, do you know when that was? And I was like, it was definitely during my overnight oats phase.
Yes.
So somewhere in 2016.
Yeah, we're like Goop. We're like Goop, but for someone on a teacher's salary, like that's us. We're like, I can't really afford that. I can't afford antiques, but I'm making my own furniture. So,
DIY is a good one where we live in delusional fantasies.
That's a big one for us, a delusion of, I'm going to go to grad school. Well, I'm 40, so maybe not. I'm going to live in the dorm on campus. I think that could be good for me.
Yeah.
Get into scarves.
But you're like, I know how to redecorate. I'll just staple some old suitcases to my wall. Say it's a bookshelf.
Yeah. We've gotten into a lot of DIY stuff where, you're on a budget and then you realize you're just making trash. You've just stapled some napkins together and it looks like shit.
Yeah, it never looks good.
So
that's what Lady Journey is.
That's what Lady Journey is. And we did put, we've got cards on the table for everybody. They're little business cards. I don't think we got some to the front, but we have a QR code on there. If you scan it, you can find, I'm sorry, I don't think you got one, but I'm going to get you one later, okay?
Yes.
It's a QR code, so you scan it, and then you can find Lady Journey with all of our stuff on there. So that's how you know I'm old. I just learned what QR codes are. I feel I need to explain it. I'm like, it's a photo, but it's also a pathway into... And we love St. Louis. We've been here all weekend. We've been enjoying your town. It's so wonderful here. Give it up for yourself, St. Louis. You guys are amazing.
We did the Eat Me in St. Louis podcast.
Yes, it was incredible. And they gave us all a list of all the best restaurants. And they'll probably be upset to know that we've been going to Cheesecake Factory. We've been there twice, and we love it. But we did get some local. We went to the Foundry. Unbelievable. What an incredible food court you guys have at the Foundry. So gorgeous.
I got to try a toasted ravioli.
Yes, the food of the region. So delicious.
They farm them here.
Yes, they do. They're grown right here in St. Louis, and they're just delicious.
And then where else did we went to CVS.
We went to CVS, one of your most artisanal boutiques. CVS has become a safe space for us, because when you do a comedy show, we've been performing here in the small room, which we're fine with. That's actually better for us because we can experiment with not having that big of an audience. Take a risk but CVS, we just go there to kind of decompress.
It's our safe place.
It's a safe space.
We can go in there and meditate.
Yeah, meditate, buy a concealer. But we want to do a shout out to some incredible local brands that we partnered with to get the word out about the Lady Journey Live. So we actually got to go to their shops, which was so amazing. They were, one was down at the Foundry. The Procure shops are incredible. If you have not been, you've got to check it out. The vibe in there, it's very zen. It is a cooperation between many different women's groups. And they've got, we've got artisanal soaps. We got, you got an incredible ear cuff there. Sarah's become an ear cuff woman now. So that's her new personality.
It is, I'm coming back to New York as an ear cuff woman.
Yes. Look out.
Very excited, new attitude.
I got tea. I got a pregnancy tea there, which is going to be incredible for, me someday, hopefully. Who knows? I'm trying. And we got all kinds of stuff. So we love Procure, and we want to say thank you so much for all the help that you guys did to get the word out about the show. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we actually got some really fun stuff for Nikki that she's going to be, we don't want to say what it is. Because in case she doesn't like it, no, she's gonna love it. She's gonna love it. So
we were gonna do an unboxing, and then we thought that would be really weird.
We thought that's weird, yeah.
Unbox our guest gifts before we give it to her. So we're like, this is what we got you.
Yeah.
And then here it is. So yeah.
So we're gonna let her do that later, and then we also do we have some ticket winners from our giveaway with Golden Gems here tonight? Is the ticket winner? I heard one. Yes, hi, thank you. Thank you so much for entering.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we love Golden Gems. Golden Gems is another incredible local store. This store blows me away. The branding inside of it is gorgeous. It's all like cute, feminist, like queer, girl fun stuff. So we got a lot of great stuff for there too. So we want to give a big shout out to Golden Gems. Thank you so much for doing the ticket giveaway for us. Check them out. It's a great place. Absolutely wonderful. So
I
I think we're ready to get started. So Nikki canceled. I know, just kidding. Wouldn't that be a bummer? Like, she was actually never booked. But gotcha.
We're catfishing.
Oh my gosh, that's actually a great business model.
Yeah.
I feel like we should jump on board. Next we have Joe Rogan.
So we're very excited about that.
Really excited. But no, our guest is an incredible comedian. We're so thrilled and flattered that she took the time to come do this podcast. It's just a testament to what an awesome person and a great comedian she is.
Yeah.
She has an amazing new Netflix special, which...
no, it's HBO Max.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, HBO Max. Yeah, Good Clean Filth. Good Clean Filth is the name of the special. Some people are laughing like, oh, is it naughty? It truly is.
In the best possible way ever.
Yeah. Don't watch it at work. Say
or
that.
do.
Or it depends on where your workplace is.
Yeah.
So check out Good Clean Filth on HBO Max. Check out her show F-Boy Island on HBO Max as well. And she's also got a reality show on the E Network.
On the E Network.
And it's amazing. So please, everybody, join us in welcoming our guest for Lady Journey, Nikki Glaser.
Hi. Oh my gosh. This is so nice. Hello. I love that you said I canceled because I got to see what it sounds like when it is announced that I cancel on things. People just laugh. Because I do often bail on things because,
that's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
So I bail all the time.
It's a unique experience to hear the reaction when people think you have bailed.
Yeah.
It turns out people are fine with it. This is so nice of you.
Oh, isn't there fun? The stuff in there is so fun.
It's a little, is this real?
It's a plant.
Really? It's gonna die.
Wow.
So soon.
No pressure.
Yeah.
We did realize that you're on the road a lot. So.
Right.
But you can travel with it.
I really could.
It's travel size.
It's like a service plant.
Yeah.
I just get a little lunch jacket for it.
Buckle it in.
Bring it on the plane. Pay $75 one way on Southwest. That's what you gotta do when you bring an animal. This is so freaking cute, and I love it. I love tchotchkes, but it will die. Oh, I love a keychain.
This is the one from golden gems. They
Oh,
have
it's so
tons of
cute and
keychains.
it's pink. My favorite. And it says Midwest honey. And I love it. It's so me. And I'm a vegan who eats honey because I just,
Yeah.
Is that bad?
It's vegan. It's not
supposed
vegan,
to.
right?
Yeah, it's what a vegan.
You only eat honey.
I love that. That's okay. Okay, let's get through the rest of it. This is so freaking nice. Okay. Oh, lavender soap. We were just. Oh, I like it. I love it.
Love it.
I don't know.
Lavender's
Some
my
people
scent.
are like, know what scents they don't like, and I bet there's someone in the audience that's like, lavender, not in my home. You know, like there's some women who know, like I shan't have that.
It reminds them of somebody or something.
Oh
Yeah.
Of when they.
I do get that with Armani cologne. The man I lost my virginity to, boy.
Really?
Every time I walk down the street, if I get a whiff of Armani, I'm like, Andrew.
Wow. It's always him too. He's still dousing. What is this? Is this a candle?
Another scent. Another scent.
Cuties. Aww.
For your hotel room to cover up that,
Oh, this is
Lunch
good.
hour. That's
This reminds me of Bath and Body Works, like in the 90s.
Oh my god, it was
Like
such
it
a
kind of
thing.
takes me back to
Big
West
tube of
County
lotion.
Mall. You guys get it. Local reference, you know?
This
Let's
one's
go.
from Golden Gems as well, right? And they make all of their own scents and they hand pour these there.
Now, let me just ask about the candle thing, because I've stopped using candles because I was getting headaches from them.
Yeah.
And then I look into it and they release like bad things into the air.
I saw that.
My sister can't burn them anymore because her cat gets ill.
Right. So that can't be good for us.
Which I am always like, you should bring that up on all the dates that you go on.
Do you have a lot of candles in your home? Asking for a friend.
Do you guys have home scents like that? Does your home smell good? When people come over, do they go, it smells good?
I don't think I have that. I want to be that home.
Me too.
But I do like patchouli weirdly, and I don't know if I like it because I like the smell.
One fan.
But
She runs Splash. It's a hippie store. It used to be in this mall. Another callback. Okay.
But I don't know if I like the smell of patchouli or if I like what it makes me think.
Yeah.
So it makes me think of high school.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. It totally does.
Yeah, those like drug rug sweatshirts.
Or remember the Gap scents, like grass and
Yes.
green, wind, or
Yeah.
Clean.
yes.
Doctorate.
That's the beauty of smell. That's what like COVID was so sad when you like got it and you couldn't smell. You like realize
Yeah.
you have no memories when you can't smell.
just
There,
lose
nothing comes back to you at all.
All trauma.
But yeah, I worry about the candle thing, and but I do want my home. I recently realized that no one maybe like 2 or 3 times in my life, someone's told me I smell good. And that is a low amount for being a woman that hugs a lot of people.
Yeah.
I do like meet and greets after every show where people hug me. And no, I've had it maybe once in all the tour last year. And the person that said it, I go, thank you. And I held them and I shook them. I said, really? It meant so much to me.
Well, I feel like it's weird because you feel seen even though you're being smelled.
Yeah.
I feel smelled.
Oh my God, I feel smelled. It's so funny.
But it's like, as you said, like we were talking backstage, I like all scents, so I don't know what's bad.
I don't know either.
And because I like the way that Fabuloso smells.
Yeah, and I love shit. What's that?
Nostalgic shit, you know?
It's earthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some women that we were talking about this backstage, like you were saying, but we just like to be honest and not just repeat conversations
Yeah.
that sound
We
like
were chatting
this
backstage.
is pretty punched up. But
We already rehearsed this.
Nathan Fielder's show, we did that. But some women like just know what they have like a certain smell. Kara Clank, the comedian, she always smelled good, and I'd be like, "What is it?" And she'd tell me, and then I'd put it on, and it just didn't mix right with my pheromones. And it's just like I would just want to copy girls' smell, and then some girls are very territorial about their smells.
Yeah.
And I'm always asking my friends, just tell me what I should get, and they're like, "What do you like?" And I go, "It doesn't matter what I like because we get used to our own smell.
Yeah,
That's
you're
why
not
people
smelling
don't know they have BO, is because where you go, how does this guy not know? Because you get used to it.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter what I like. What do you want me to smell like? And no one will tell me. Happy Clinique, I guess, is the only answer I get.
I love a rose. That's one of my scents.
What is it?
Rose.
Like,
Just the scent of rose. Like, we did get at Procure, they have rollers. They have like a perfume roller, and I got Bulgarian rose, and it's just the scent of rose. It's like it's not like a whole like Johnny Depp, cologne ad where it's like a feeling, it's like just the scent of rose. Like, keep it simple. It's not like virginity, it's like it's just rose. No, I've actually got really into scents recently because during the pandemic, I found out I had really bad BO.
no way.
Yeah, it was just, I guess, like on lockdown, it's like, I'm not gonna put on deodorant. Like,
Yeah.
it got to the point where I would put it on. My boyfriend's like, "What's the occasion?" Because I was just letting it out. But I was so like, I'm in my 30s, I'm like getting older, and my body is changing. That I guess I never had BO before, and I was almost just like proud of it in a way, like
you were?
Yeah, like, is that me?
How did you find out about it? Did someone tell you? Did someone go, hey, you've got to, start showering?
I woke up. An intervention. My friends like, something's wrong. I woke up like, I thought it was my boyfriend. I'm like, you have BO. He's like, it's not me. I'm like, oh my God, how foul is that?
Yes.
Like, blown away. So, but I don't like to use, I don't like the, caking the secret deodorant on. I never liked that. So I've gotten some, organic.
Natural stuff. You have to wean yourself off the stuff that's giving your armpits cancer constantly.
Yes.
You have to kind of trickle down, and then, because then your body goes through like a detox of it. It's disgusting because it's like getting all this aluminum out, and then you smell like shit for so long, and then you switch to the natural stuff that doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
It does, and I've gone back to putting aluminum back into my
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Just soak it up.
Tinfoil in there.
It's worth it. It doesn't work. I try to be like natural and do all the right things, but like this, I like diet soda, right? Like I love Diet Coke. I quit it for I think 12 years, and then I got back on the horse. But this is Zevia. It's stevia because I don't use Splenda anymore. I don't use Sweet and Low, any of that.
Mm-hmm.
But then stevia, it cannot be good for you. Like the amounts that I consume in it.
Yeah.
I drink only this, no water, just this. Like, and that is not a joke. It's all I consume. What's wrong with me?
First of all, nothing. Everything is burning.
Yeah.
Right.
So just enjoy the ride.
Have your ginger root beer. Have it.
Enjoy
Do you
your
guys
stevia.
drink a lot of water?
No.
Right? Okay, good.
I struggle to drink even the smallest amount
Isn't
of it.
it
I
so
force myself.
Entitled of like how fucking cunty of us to be like, I just can't drink water. And some places are like, I walk 20 miles a day with a bucket on my head for water and get raped on the way there. And we're like, I can't drink it. It's hard to.
I need a spritzer.
Oh God. Yeah, it's all going to hell. So yeah, drink up.
So no sugar. Do you do sugar at all?
Yeah, occasionally, I don't, but I tend to obsess. I have definite food issues. So over the pandemic, I kind of had to look at those closer and be like, what's going on here? And I kind of had to say goodbye to sugar and candy the way that I said goodbye to alcohol, which is I still want it. I'm gonna miss the rest of my life. But you had your fun. I used to binge on it. I had it so much as a kid. I would go to the Sweet Factory in the mall at West County Mall, shout out again, or here, and I would get 7 pounds of gummy peaches and those long strips of
the weird strips,
yeah,
stripes.
Yeah, just that was the fruit roll up stuff. I would just so much sugar, so I just have to go. Never again. But in special occasions, when the world starts ending, when the new year is headed
That's all
away,
that's gonna be left. Yeah.
indulge. But yeah, I avoid. But then I do the Diet Coke and stuff, and that's so bad for you. So I feel like I'm vegan, but then I also use plastic water bottles. You can't do everything, right? You try to just do your
You
best.
pick your battles. Now, when you were vegan, dating, what's that like? dating as a vegan? Do you
It's
get confronted by
annoying
anger?
People get annoyed.
Yeah.
Like people feel like really like, oh my god, can I eat this burning? Like they get so it's almost like being sober in a
Can I
relationship.
kill this cow? Do you mind?
And I just like what I felt like is, you know, my boyfriend now is not even close to being vegan, but he'll get like grass-fed beef, and I'll be like, that's not good. Like that doesn't mean fucking anything. If you research it even a little bit, and you'll know that it's all marketing. It's bullshit to make you feel like you're doing something good, but you're not. They like they're grass-seeing cows. They like open a window and they go, oh, grass-fed. But so. I don't mind it. All I want is just someone to go, I would like to work towards that. To acknowledge like you're doing the right thing by animals, and but not to, I don't want anyone to feel guilt every time they eat around me. I don't really fucking care. I ate, meat for years, but they will have to suffer the vegan propaganda that I will put in their faces. And yes, sometimes 2 days out of my cycle, I get really fucking depressed and just am like, look at this fucking chicken. That's what you're eating. Like this little bird. And make them feel bad about it. But that's just, my hormones.
That's a great approach, though, I think, to give the affirmation. Because I feel like if I was dating you, I would crave the affirmation. I'd be like, Nikki, I didn't even have cheese today.
Yeah.
Do I get a blowjob?
Yeah, you do. Don't taste better to me. I feel like just the effort is cute. Like my boyfriend will send me when he's bought a bunch of plant-based stuff and be like, I'm trying. And I'm like, try harder. Like, touch me. Hold my hand. This isn't where I want you to try. But I feel like a lot of times just being a vegan, just people think they're already so guilty because they know we're right that they're like gotta be mad beforehand and be like, oh, you're vegan. And be like, oh, it's okay. And then they like lean into it sometimes. And I think some people, one guy I went out with, I remember he found out I was vegan after the fact. Like we were I can get something vegan literally anywhere except a barbecue joint. That's the only place where it's like, okay, I'll just have bread and bread. Like that's it. And a white pickle. But anywhere else, like I'm more easygoing than I think most people when it comes to food. But this guy found out a little bit late, and he was really like, "You should have told me. Like you really should have let me know." And then he proceeded to send me pictures of him like choosing a lamb to slaughter for this meal he made. Like he was testing me, and
sounds like terrorism.
Yeah, it was so
sweet
bad.
dreams.
Because I was trying to be like I was just trying to get a fucking guy to date, and so I was being understanding of his journey and his respect for cuisine and food, and ultimately I don't think it would work if someone was like working with meat all day and every day and like cooking it
and just sending aggressive texts.
Yes,
it's a red flag.
It's the equivalent of a horse head in your bed when I go to sleep at night. And we're all fucking
well, we wanted to ask you, speaking of red flags, because you work on F-Boy Island, which we all know it. So do you have any red flags that you feel are good for F-boys or F-men, because they never really age out of it?
I think telling us how much you love your mom right out of the gate is a bad sign, because
they're Italian.
You should love your mom.
They're
like
dating
that's
their mom.
Really? It's their way of being like, I have so much respect for women. Like, I love my mom. But it's like really the only woman they like, and they actually hate her. And they'll probably only like you if you remind her of it. Like, you remind them of her a little bit. So that's a sign. All these, and if they say at the end of the day a lot, that's not a good sign.
Gym tan laundry.
At the end of the day, they say that a lot. If they talk about their walls coming down, that's a bad sign.
So no one from Long Island.
Yes, basically. And just making you. This is the thing I've noticed with F-boys and men is that. And I think it would have worked on me when I was younger, and thank God it didn't happen too much, but guys will, I guess it's love bombing, where they'll talk to you for a little bit, text with you or whatever, go out on one date, and then they'll start being like, you're just like one of the most amazing women I've ever met, or like, they'll just start saying things like that. And I remember this one guy I was talking to, and this was like a year or so ago, he was like, I think you're just so incredible, I just think you're one of the most amazing women I've ever, and I was like, do I have siblings? Do you know that about me? Like, do you know anything about me beyond like when we've sent selfies to each other. Or one time he was like jerking off and he was like, can you make me come? And I just was on a tarmac, like getting ready to, we were like loading onto the plane and I was like, what can I send like on the plane? So I just sent a picture of myself like pointing into my mouth. That's all I ever sent him. After that, he's like, you're amazing. And I'm like, you don't know me at all. You don't know anything about me. Like, ask a question and then I'll be like so open to you thinking I'm amazing. But this projection of like, whatever you think I'm gonna be. So I told him that, and I'm not joking. He goes, whoa, like, I don't know if you have a sister. That's like crazy. He goes, and I'm working on the script right now about a narcissist, and that is the perfect ending to have the character go, do you even know if I have a sibling, to call out his narcissism? Thank you. End of conversation. That was it. I never found out if I had a sibling. Nothing. And that's the kind of thing that bothers me, and I hope younger girls look out for, is this fascination with you when they really don't know anything about you.
So I feel like I would fall for it every time.
Yes.
Every time I'd be like, oh my God, am I amazing?
Yes.
I always had a feeling.
Finally, someone sees it.
Yeah.
But then you look at it and you go, he's never asked me a single thing about myself. He only talks about himself, and I know, like, you gotta just think about what he really knows about you. And guys need to ask about your siblings, about like where you're from, what do you want in life. Like, they gotta care about stuff beyond your seeing your tits.
Have an interest,
Yeah.
I love one person's clapping over there.
I asked. Just fake it.
It's better than negging. I feel like love bombing is very in vogue now, and like 10 years ago, it was like the negging.
Yeah.
Was
Ready
like
to wear those shoes.
Yeah. We're talking about it like, you have weird sandals. It's like, are you a sandal expert? My God, who are you?
I love Whitney Cummings had a joke about, she was like, guys are always like, I love your dress. And you're like, it's a skirt. You don't even know. It's a skirt and a shirt. Shut up. Stop acting like you know anything. Which isn't negging, but the negging thing really, it worked on me. I fell in love with this fucking idiot that I would never have ever, he wasn't my type at all. I remember sending a picture of him to my friend, being like, this is my crush that I like met. And she was like, is this a riddle? Like, is he behind this person? Like, this person is this is not a fat joke or anything. He was a big guy. He was just like not my type. And he got me because he nagged me so hard. And I didn't see it coming until way later when I put like Usual Suspects did. And I was like, oh my God. Along the way, there were just all these things. There was one day where he just was, well, this is what guys do. And this actually does work. He would wear all these he had all these like really chunky, like turquoise sterling silver rings.
Oh, wow.
I know.
It was like a healer.
About this.
What?
This is on TikTok where I get all my information from these
Yeah, I
days.
mean, where else do theories originate?
Yeah, TikTok is like women's conspiracy theories. It's in the candles.
And then I just read them wherever I can, and I say it's the full truth.
And all you're doing is reading girls pointing this.
Yeah.
This. And you're like, I just like read a book.
And it's like, I'm on it, girlfriend. I will spread the word for you. The thing they say, alcoholics and drug addicts use a lot of jewelry, especially on their downward spiral, as a way of masking.
Whoa.
No, as a distraction towards their bad behavior or something weird psychologically.
That's
like
fascinating.
That
and
just-
checked out.
Yeah, for me too.
Are you guys having like a sixth sense moment?
There are guys right now just going like peeling off their rings slowly.
So I did date a guy who was in a downward spiral, and he manically ran into a gift shop to buy more turquoise.
Yes.
And I was like, I don't know if you need to get a $248 ring right now. And he insisted. He bought it on the spot, and it was huge. It was like one of those ones where you can't bend.
Yes.
I think this is a weird choice.
This guy had these rings, and I remember mocking, like, I did not even think anything of this guy. We were going to be working together, so I just remember kind of just being like, oh, it's cool that you share a jewelry box with my aunt in Sedona. Like, that's cool. I just was like making fun of his rings because they were so insane. And what I realized, he was peacocking. That's what I think it was. It could have been a little bit what you're saying, which is wearing something ridiculous so that women talk to you. It's a pickup artist technique, much like negging is, where if you wear, it's like you'll see these guys at bars that come in with like a backpack with like a blow-up doll in it, and they're wearing like ski goggles and like a boa, some boa.
They have a personality.
Yes. They're usually just like these guys that have learned that if girls will talk to you if you dress ridiculously, and then if you act confident about that outfit, then the girl feels stupid. So what I did, I made fun of him, and then he just goes, I like him. And then I was like, oh, fuck you. So like, so bad, like I was attracted to him on the spot. Like I was thinking about like how I wanted to get fingered with the rings on, like how I wanted to like pull them off with my vagina. Like it went like immediately. And then he just started kind of looking at me and I'd be like, what? Because I was already like kind of feeling feelings for him. And then he'd be like, you're tall. And I've always been a confident, tallish woman, never felt weird about it around guys, never, shied away from dating shorter guys. And in that moment, I was just like, I'm sorry, like, can I suck your dick to make you feel better about it? Like, it worked so fucking well to be slightly insulted about things that, the classic one that guys do in pickup artistry is that they tell guys to put a piece of fuzz in your pocket. And then when you talk to a girl at a bar that's out of your league and she's like kind of already like, what's your backpack with that thing? Oh, that's weird. And then you go, I like it. And she's like, oh, he's confident. Okay, that's weird. And then you go over to her and you go, what's in your hair? And you put the fuzz that is in your pocket in her hair and you pull it out and you go, yikes, do you even clean yourself? And then she wants to fuck you because now you've established that you're better than her. She's a dirty fuzz whore and now she's gonna fuck her way out of it.
Fuck boy magic. It's like a fuck boy sleight of hand.
It's so wild. I'm like, how did they figure this out? Like, how much trial and error did they go through to get through this process?
Guys squirting ketchup on her, like, oh, that doesn't work.
Yes. Well, I think they probably determined that women are attracted to people that they can't have, that they see that, have more value than them. Because women are, biologically, we want to, like, spread our seed with a man who is better than us. That would be like the best thing for our, progeny to have. So if a guy makes us feel less than, clearly he has better genetics than me, and I gotta get it. So it's this, I think it's like they determined that, they go, how do we make women feel bad about themselves? Find little ways to insult them, and then it works. It's the guy that wrote The Game, which is the book where all this was kind of put out into the culture in like the 2005, I think. Neil Strauss. He wrote this book. He was like this short, little, bald, scrolly-looking journalist dude that started studying pickup artists, and he learned so much. He could see these nerds bang these 10s that he goes, I'll try it out. This journalist that was studying it, and then he started doing it, and this guy I think he might have like gone out with Paris Hilton, and he was just like a dumb little journalist at the height of Paris Hilton. Like, this is how much these techniques work of just making women feel bad about themselves. So get out there and just do it. Teach your son.
Get a fedora, okay, and be on your way.
And that's the problem with F-Boy Island is I watch it, and even I was like, these boys can change, and they're just hurt, and they've just been hurt by women, and there was something about getting an F-boy to like you is so much more, like, makes you feel so much better about yourself than a nice guy like you.
Yes.
And that's why I watched a show with my boyfriend. He's like, how could these women ever like these guys that are such clearly douchebags? Yeah. And I'm like, why do you think I love you? Like, no, my boyfriend is a nice guy now, but there's something about him that I was drawn to initially because he seemed like out of my league, and like I wanted to earn him. It wasn't easy to get him at all because he was like had a fear of commitment. And then once I got him, I was like, I gotta find something else about him that seems off limits. Like it's this desire to have what we don't have.
Yeah, the chase.
The chase.
It's so sexy.
It is. A guy named Chase. The ultimate. Oh
yeah.
God.
Oh, they're always running.
Yeah.
Now, what's dating like when you were sober? What did you feel like dating sober?
That was a nightmare because I stopped drinking at the age of 27 because I got my first TV show and I heard John Mulaney quit drinking and that changed his life. So I was like, oh, I'll do that. And that'll and it's true. It's like the way I was drinking every single night, waking up hungover, blacking out, and never really making terrible choices in blackouts. Like, I had relationships that maybe wouldn't have happened had I not been blacked out, but the hangover was just so bad that I quit drinking. But then I that's why I quit, was just not wanting to be hungover. But then I realized after I got sober that I wasn't having sex anymore once I wasn't drinking. How do you kiss a guy for the first time? How do you like want to fuck? And then that really made me realize that men can get horny enough just soberly to make a move on a girl, because it's like being horny makes your brain kind of like, and women are so scared of like what I'm gonna look like when I'm naked. Like we're paranoid and we're overthinking. I want him to like me. I want to look pretty and everything, that we don't get as horny that quickly, and it doesn't make us dumb as fast as it makes men. So men will be pawing on you, and we've realized that over time, I don't want to be in that position where I'm getting pawed on and I'm not feeling this. So I know what'll get me to be as horny as he is. I'll get drunk.
Yeah.
And it gets your brain right to the same place that men's brains already are at in horniness. And so then you're on the same level. And so it was really hard to want a guy on me that I didn't know, that I only got to know. And like, I never had attraction, physical encounter. Went to Kirkwood High School. I never had a boyfriend. I didn't kiss a boy until I was 17, but it was like a truth or dare thing. And I didn't have sex until I was 21, didn't have a boyfriend until I was 24. And all of those things happened because I was wasted. So at 27, I was just like, I don't know how to kiss a boy sober. I don't know how to have sex. I don't know it was really tough. And it just so happens you have to like actually like a person to have sex, which is gross.
So annoying. Yeah, that's the thing about, I think, dating for me, like, as a person who's drinking, if the date is going badly, if you're drinking, you're like, I'm in it. Like, where's this gonna go? Like, okay, we can kiss,
It's nice
but, like,
in that way.
sober, you're just like, you're awful and you've lied about your photo. You've lied to me.
Yes. And that's why, you guys have ended up with guys that were familiar, were friends first, and like comedians, and like who you didn't just start dating. Like you sit down and you're like, let's see if we're gonna fuck someday. And you're like, dates are so weird.
Yeah, it's awkward.
And so that's how I have to get to know someone beforehand over a long period of time where they don't know I like them. And then I build up the horniness for them on my own time. And then when I'm ready, I let them know, and then we're good to go. But I can't.
It's like a little flower.
Yeah, I can't have like sexual energy coming at me before I want it.
Yeah.
Or you will never have me. You'll ruin everything for us, because I just get like, no, like I get scared that I'm gonna have to like have dry sex.
Yeah, it's so awkward.
Which I'm over now. Like I'll just be like, do you have lube? I really don't feel any guilt about that. I used to feel so much guilt about lube, but now
it's a horse jelly.
Yeah.
Well, I also found, because I don't drink as well, and in the early stages of dating, before you just be at a bar, kind of, that's where you meet up and you know that you can get it going. But then when I got sober, it was like our dates were like, we're doing pottery.
You're on The Bachelor.
Yeah, like we were on The Bachelor. We were doing bachelor dates.
Yes.
And it was like, we're in front of a water fountain right now.
Yeah.
It just takes a lot longer, but it is better.
It is better because you ultimately end up being intimate with someone that your body, like on its own, is like, this feels right, and you're not like tricking yourself into it. But it makes it hard, because also so many people drink. It's the vegan thing too of people go, can I drink in front of you? Like, is it okay? And they get really paranoid about it. And again, it's like the guilt that they know that they should probably not drink. And so, because people that don't have a problem don't have guilt about drinking.
They just don't even think about it.
No. What was that like? If you could just leave a glass of wine, you got good genes. Like, you thank your parents for fucking. Like, if you could just go, I don't want anymore, and just leave it. Oh God. You guys are like St. Louisans. You're like, yeah, right, Nikki. Like, none of us can leave a glass of wine.
Because everybody here is drinking. We're like, sober lifestyle.
I'm hardly sober. Like when I was, I didn't drink, but then I just went to pot, and I was like smoking pot all the time. And now that delayed But even that, I've had to that one has been a harder one to let go of for me. So I am reluctant to say sober, but no alcohol. But weed comes in.
California
Yes,
sober,
that's
right?
what it's called.
Yeah.
When you just smoke weed.
Yeah.
But now, I haven't smoked weed for like 3 weeks or something, but I am microdosing constantly. So that's, but I don't feel
Just a
it.
little nature's advocate.
Yeah, I microdose fistfuls of mushrooms. I take little bits all day long.
It's like
That actually is pretty dope.
I know. It's just like saying that you're Seattle sober, where you're just doing heroin the whole time.
I'm Bonnaroo sober. I'm just mushrooms. Yes, it's I need something. It's either that or I'm like stuffing food in my face or just exercising too much. Like it's always one. I just feel like I'm never sober. I'm always abusing something, but there's ones that will like ruin my life a lot quicker.
Yes.
And so I just gotta pick ones that don't.
Yeah.
Switch.
Oh,
Right now.
Yeah, switch off.
Yeah,
I
yes.
love it.
I know, pivot back and forth. It's like spin class, and then you have a little mushrooms.
Yeah.
That is the lady journey.
That is a lady journey. That's a lady journey. And
Totally.
Seattle is crazy now, though. I was there, and I saw people. They were doing some kind of drug on the street. That it was like huddled up against a window.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah.
heroin being done now. Like
Yeah,
it
you
used
can
to like
just see
happen
it.
in nooks and crannies, but now it's
I thought it was a.
or saltwater taffy now.
Yeah, just pick some up. Get a little heroin. Well, when I saw
the
it,
window.
when I saw it, this is the way my mind works. They were huddled up against a window, and I thought, because it was Seattle, I thought that maybe it was like a little bakery where people are getting coffee at the window. I was like, oh my God, I love this town. So I was like going over, like, I'll try it. I'll support whatever it is. And I got so close, and I was like, oh my God, what have I seen? Like, even New York is so crazy. You see a rat like climbing up someone's leg, but you don't see that.
It is. It's different there. It's I find that that's what kind of got me to stop smoking pot out. Like when I was smoking it the last time I went through a bout of it, I was only like rolling joints because that like doesn't feel as addicty. Because I was always smoking out of bowls, and I remember one time on Hollywood Boulevard before I was going into a show, like hitting a pipe. And then I looked next to me, and there was a crackhead hitting his. We were using the same pipe, and we were doing the same thing of like blocking the wind. And I was like, "This isn't. I want to be a mom someday. I think, and I can't be blocking the wind to hit a dirty bowl. This isn't a good look. But it looks great for you, sir. Like you make it look awesome. You're so thanks.
I was always like that when I would smoke pot in a hotel room, where I'm like, I might as well just be smoking crack.
Yes.
This is what it feels like.
Yeah,
to me
it
right
does.
now.
You have to stuff the towels. Like it's just so. I found that I was able to let go of pot a lot easier when I stopped hiding it and was like, I'm just doing it. Because when you hide it, you just feel this shame that like makes you smoke more. So I started just like blowing it in people's faces. Yeah. It really let it go when I got arrested. I had to stop.
But we love the fact that you're vegan. We love that. And we're not vegan, but I know, we're taking baby steps.
Yeah.
We like to say convenient vegetarian.
When convenience,
Do your
you know,
best.
we love anything like sustainability related, like sustainable lifestyle is a big part of this podcast and our personalities. You know, if you talk to us afterwards, I'm gonna say, I don't ever use plastic. And so we were wondering, like, what's your favorite, do you have like a favorite vegan skincare?
Oh God, I don't check if that stuff is vegan. I'm not eating it, so I go. It doesn't count.
It's just blood.
You know what I do? I will say, if I was listening to your podcast, I would want maybe just a product recommendation. So I think it might be vegan. It should be. Yes, it is, because it's called Plant Squalene. The Ordinary. I've used every fucking product in the world. I paid so fucking much money for these serums and everything. And I swear to God, the one that I've used for like over 5 years now, and it is my night cream. It's my day cream. It goes under makeup. It takes off my makeup. I use it as lube. I put it on like everywhere. The Ordinary Plant Squalene, 100% Plant Squalene, is $7 a bottle, which is nothing for skincare, and it is amazing. And it's not oily. It doesn't get on everything, but it goes on like an oil. I feel like oils. You feel dry, like I'll put on oils and I'll be like a slick bitch going to bed. And it will I'll be dry in the middle of the night. I'll go to the bathroom and I'm like dry suddenly. So this one really absorbs. I'm obsessed with it. And I'm trying to think of any. I signed up for this box of stuff. Like I usually don't like beauty boxes because you just end up getting a bunch of little shit that you don't need. But this one that was created by a vegan, she played Luna Lovegood on Harry Potter.
Oh my God, of course she's vegan. Yeah, she's the most vegan character in the whole show.
I didn't watch it, but I know her. I did Dancing with the Stars when she was on it. She was a vegan. We became friends just because we don't eat animals, and it just bonded us that we don't. And she started this company called, like, they do a box called the Kinder Box, and it is the only subscription box, and I've done a lot of them that I like continue to do because it's good vegan products and it's cute and they don't give you a bunch of crap and packaging that you don't need. And I've rebought the stuff over and over again. Yeah,
that's great. The Kinder Box.
Yes,
and
Kinder
then
Box.
Plant-derived squalene.
It's such a good gift to give someone. If you're looking for a birthday gift, get them a year or like 6 months of a box. Then they'll think of you 6 times a year at least when that box shows up. You know?
It's a great gift for the vegan in your life. And then they'll also think of you, you know, when you can think of them when you're eating a burger, like, well, I helped.
Yes.
You know, I did something for you. I did one thing for you. I've been on a kind of a journey of not using plastic bottles. I carry it everywhere. It's, you know what, it's harder than you would think because you're like, I don't use bottles, I'm fine. And then you're out in the sun and it's July and you're like, I'm so thirsty.
And that's what everyone has. Everywhere is plastic. They're so bountiful.
They're everywhere.
And so what do you do if you've forgotten your hydro flask? Like, what do you do?
And they're heavy. They're so heavy.
Where do you put it? Where do you put it on your person?
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to dangle it off your backpack.
And you're like swinging walking over shit when you're walking.
I don't have a carabiner. I don't live in Boulder. I don't have a backpack. Like, they're too heavy. It's
they are heavy, and it's tricky too. Like, you have to have like a bigger bag to carry it in, and then you're checking it. Sometimes it spills out. They all say that they're airtight, and
none of them are airtight. None of them.
You're like, there goes my computer. Thank you, Mother Earth. That's also going to be pollutant.
Why can't they figure that out?
Yeah, what
How
is
to
it?
not make one of these goddamn things leak?
It's science.
That really is a thing.
Elon Musk, get on it,
Get
right?
on it, Musk. Yeah, I'm bad with the plastic thing. That's good that you, because that's all it takes is just going like, I'm not doing this anymore.
This is my thing. One thing, and then you go
and
for
it's
it.
your thing, and now you have a personality.
Yes.
You know,
That's what we love.
I love it.
Yeah. We just want it to be our personality.
I just want to talk to people about it. I did go on vacation with Mike. We went to Rome, and Rome is like an amazing city for this because they have like all the ancient aqueducts, and so they have thousands and thousands of this incredibly clear, like mountain fresh drinking water all over the city. I was so excited. I like had my little bottle. I was like on a hunt, and everyone I found, it does not look like you would think like, oh, it looks like a water fountain. It looked like a fire hydrant that was leaking on the road, like in the street. And I was going up to it like, am I drinking piss water right now? And these Italian people are looking at me like, is she drinking the piss water? And finally somebody did explain, but it was so cool. And it was like the perfect place to travel as a woman who's anti-water bottle. So,
but it was good to drink.
It tasted amazing. They kind of drink it. Mike said he saw someone putting his mouth on it.
That's the thing, like before water bottles, we all drank out of water fountains. Like they were everywhere.
They were everywhere.
And now they're nowhere. Like I was in Forest Park, the big park that we have yesterday, and I was so thirsty on this run, and I came up on a water fountain, and I felt like I can't. Like it's so gross. Wait, I would have never thought about that, 20 years ago. Yeah. But I let it run a little bit just in case a homeless man had rubbed his balls there, just to get it out. And then I was like, I drink cum. Like, what am I? Who cares if a homeless man's balls touch this? Like, I've swallowed cum within 24 hours. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's good for you.
Yes, probably. Yeah.
No, speaking of cum,
perfect transition.
Why does it feel like every skincare thing that you buy now is like trying to get you to put cum on your face?
Yes, to look like a glazed donut.
Yeah.
I'm like slugging. It's like I know what this is.
It's
all right, scientists.
It's to look. It's the opposite of the 80s and 90s, which was matte. Everyone wanted to look powdery and like no shine. Remember, like. Used to have shining blotting pads. The worst thing was to look oily, and now it's like the look is to look super wet.
That's why I love your bit about you want to look like you've been laying out in the yard with the sprinkler on.
Yes, like you want to look dewy, which because that's in all the products is dewy, and it was such a weird thing to go. Well, that's the artificial way to look dewy, but what's the natural way? And really, the only natural way is to lay beneath the night sky on your back and wait until dawn and not move, which at that point, your body that's been left. Like, the only women that are naturally dewy are, victims. So, it's so weird.
For you to say that's your skincare routine.
You just lay.
You're like, Nikki, your skin looks
Lay
amazing.
in an abandoned quarry.
It's doing. But the squalane is good for that. Squalane really does, it moisturizes so much.
They do setting sprays, just anything to make you look fertile. I mean, that's the look, is to make men and other women who, sometimes when I say that, I sometimes talk about this, about makeup is just making you look more young or look like you're ovulating. Like, that's what makeup tries to accentuate and try to recreate so that men want to fuck you. And women go, no, I wear makeup for me, but it's, even though we do it for ourselves and you might be a lesbian, makeup still is catering to the male gaze. Like, that's what beauty is based on, is what men want to put their dicks in. And so that dewy look is like, I'm young and like, I
already have so much come on here. So what's a little more?
Yes. It's that fresh, like, I just woke up and I'm just like, almost like young girls having like acne because they have like more, oily face.
Yeah, oily.
Men love young women, so you just try to replicate full lips to be like, I have a pussy on my face. And then I don't know what eyes do, like why we put eyeliner on and why that looks sexy.
Yeah, like the big eye.
Yeah, but sometimes I do like a cat eye. Maybe guys want to fuck cats. I don't know what the origin of that is, but anthropologically, there's gotta be a reason for it.
I had that theory for a while. I thought guys wanted to have sex with horses because I feel like the BBL, the way that the big ass looked like the back of a horse.
Yeah, it totally does.
Yeah, with the big long ponytail.
Oh my God, you're so right.
Yeah,
that's what I've been spreading out to the
very
world.
like, I think Xena, warrior princess.
Oh my God, you're so right. What was I just gonna say? We were talking about the. I had a good anecdote. Well, fuck it. No, I'll remember it at some point. But just putting shit on your face. Eyes. So I watched the Princess Diana documentary the other day, and it's so good. It's called The Princess. It's on HBO, and I don't know why I'm promoting it, but it's really good, and it made me go, I want to start. So I'm now doing this Diana thing where I'm like doing harsh eyeliner underneath my eye because I want to look sad and like trapped, She looked so beautiful when she was sad and trapped.
She was just gorgeous.
Just always, I really I was like, that look is coming back. So I watched a bunch of tutorials about how to get a Diana look. And
love it.
They said, go in a car through a tunnel in Paris and you'll get that. That's me. But she was cute. So, and we miss her. And, but do you ever see a look where you're like, that's my look now? Like, do you ever try to, and then you feel ridiculous because people go, what are you doing?
I know. When I watched House of Gucci, I was like, I think I'm going to just wear full Long Island, mascara all the way around. And then I did it, and it's that doesn't work with glasses, where I'm like, I have two things going on here. I have heavy eyeliner, but it looks so good, and you're like, Lady Gaga, she's owning it.
I know.
I'm really into the Euphoria makeup look.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like at 44, I cannot
You 44.
I just transferred to this school. I'm the principal.
It's so funny. You're so right.
No one will take me seriously. If I have some ideas about what we should do. You've got bedazzles all over you.
You can't pay attention to your PowerPoint when you
neon lipstick.
Have glitter eyeshadow. Yeah, there's so many makeup trends, especially on TikTok, that you get sucked into, and you're like, oh, that's so interesting. For me, the thing that elevates my self-esteem as a woman is a spray tan in a way that nothing else ever will, to the point where I go to places to get spray tans and they're like, you're gonna look insane. And I go, take it up. And I want people to go, you look orange. I feel so much better when I'm very, very spray tanned. And it's almost like an addiction. And I will get into a low grade depression when I have to not have a tan. And then I'll be like, what's going on with me? It's not even let's check my period tracker app, and I'm like, it's not even the time of month where I'm supposed to want to kill myself. And then I'll realize it's because my spray tan is left off.
Reminder on your phone, spray tan.
Yeah, yeah. But I use Sally Hansen leg spray because when I was on tour, it would just be, because you do these like spray tans or you like put it on, and then after like 4 days, it starts kind of like just eroding in a way that you just look dirty.
Yeah.
And then if you put it on top of it, it doesn't look right. So you gotta like scrape it off, and my legs would like bleed. So I got to the point where and everyone was like, use this remover. I tried so many. And so now I just do Sally Hansen leg spray. It's temporary. You put it on once, you wash it off in the shower that night. It kind of gets on stuff, but not too bad. And, but when I was on tour, I would use it and just like, and it would be in the air. And my tour manager and my, people that were opening for me were like, you gotta go somewhere else to do this. We're like inhaling, we're gonna die. Like, this is really toxic. And I was like, oh my God, I totally have tan lung. Like I have been breathing this stuff in. It has to be so toxic, and we won't even know until I'm Aaron Brockoviching, And 15 years
into your skin.
Yeah, just like,
but you'll look so good.
You'll look so good.
My lungs will be so contoured. But it's, doing the stuff, I always want to just feel good about just like what I am naturally. And there are times where I do, feel great, but there's no denying that beauty stuff makes you like yourself more. And
it does. And that's what we love on Lady Journey. It's like, the makeup to feel fertile for men, that's why having the right fashion, expressing yourself in a way that you feel confident.
Yeah.
So when you do start to spiral, you're like, hey, I got this.
Yes.
I got this.
At least it looks like you've got it.
Yeah.
And that's what matters.
I just got my hair cut. Yeah.
That is the thing that I worry about with Instagram is like whatever. Sometimes I'll go in my own feed and I'll go like, God damn it, this girl is killing it. And I'll realize it's me and I'm jealous of myself.
Yeah.
And I will know that day that I looked amazing, I was so depressed and I was so upset and I felt so like, I realized how much it's a lie because I can see it on my own self of like, I like reminisce, like you had it all. And I'm like, no, you were wanting to jump out of that fucking window that day. Yeah. Like that, even though you looked great with the backlit, but you wanted to jump out of it. Like, so there are times where I just want more transparency about like when women look like they're like killing it in life, like just more of like, here's what it took to look like this.
Yeah.
Like whenever someone's like, you look so beautiful, I go, fake eyelashes. Spray tan, 2 hours of hair and makeup, lighting, a cameraman who's making sure my right angles. Like there's if you don't look good on TV, there's something seriously wrong. Like that's
something's gone horribly wrong.
It's such a lie. And even knowing what I know of like how much lies are out there, and like you look at Kardashians and you see, I go to these accounts that will show how they're editing their photos.
I love those accounts.
Oh, why are they even doing it? Because they'll take a Getty image that you can go and see the original one, and but I don't understand why Kim Kardashian, who is a size 0, is making her waist go from this to this. Like, what is the difference?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
The airbrushing is crazy. And then it goes off to where it's like, now she just looks like an amputee. It's like, it's something, she's having a little terrible. And then I want a little arm, and I'm like, I want my bathroom sink to be curved like this. Like, it's just creating expectations for my bathroom that I can't have. And that's what I want is just more here's what I did to look like this. It isn't about skincare. It's about injections. It's about laser facials. It's about things. I'm taking a pill that's making it so I don't eat. Like it's more than, and I think we all know this, but I don't think it helps if we just go, she's doing things that we don't know about. We want to know specifically. I feel like there needs to be disclaimers about transparency. Yeah, it should be like a cigarette, like a cigarette. Yes. Like in this photo, there has been extreme.
You should have to add one photo from the series of pictures you took to get that great photo.
Yeah.
A random one.
The one where you're checking your neck fat and you're like, is it there still? Is it there? Or where it goes off, your phone goes off when it's in your purse, and you're like, I will kill myself. What is this angle of my body? I'm just like,
a hunchback of just. I love when girls are doing this, where you see them going like this and like this, and then they go to look like they're just like Hunchback of Notre Dame, like immediately, like analyzing it, but like so like perfect and cute. And then there's this new trend of like these TikToks of these hot girls that, not TikToks, they're boomerangs, but it's like a new sexy boomerang for young girls. It's like girls in their early 20s are doing boomerangs, where it just is like, when we do boomerangs, or at least when I do it, it's like, like it's just like this, I hate to use the word spastic because I know that means something different in the UK, but it's very perky jerky and it's not hot. And I always think it's gonna be like a twirly cute, like Marilyn Monroe kind of thing. It never is. But these girls do these hot boomerangs where it'll be like a piece of, they'll be in their car and it's like a piece of hair on their lip. And the hair will move like a millimeter to the, like, and then their eye will dart that way at the same time. And it's barely perceptible. And you study and you go, did it move? And you watch it over and over. Or their lip will pout like one little piece. Like it's so small, they'll just do small ones. And it's not like, look at my dress. And it's really, and I watch them over and over, and it's just this girl being like, say your dick on my lip. Like, just think this is what it'd be like if you put your dick on. I'm like, I wish I had one to do that. But it's this new hot girl thing that's happening where, and then this girl will have 70 million followers or something like that. And you go, who is this?
Yeah.
How did she figure that out?
Yes.
I have like, all these girls know exactly what to do. Like, I'll see TikToks or Instagrams where they're like, if you just put your hand by your face like this when you take a photo.
Yeah.
And then you're like, but I look so stupid. But they're like, it really does work. It like hides a little bit of your face and it creates dynamic photos. But then you're like, how did you figure this out?
Because they're models.
Yeah.
They're models. That's modeling. I hate to ever hear models be like, it's hard, but it is hard because you guys have done photo shoots and you think like, this will be great. And then it's fucking terrible because all
you're smiling with your mouth open.
Yeah. I heard you're supposed to look down and then up, and when you look up, you go, ah. Like second air, and that's a good trick. So use it. I don't know.
But we were told to put the tongue on the top of your mouth.
Oh, that's what we heard last night. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the dead girl look. Like they're not doing this one. Like, when they look dead,
Corpse. As for you, law and order.
Yeah, whatever guys like. It's just so exhausting to keep up and just, you feel like, I can't go on TikTok because I just got so triggered from seeing 25-year-olds be like, I know I'm old on TikTok. And I'm just like, I can't do this. And there's, 12-year-olds telling you about their retinol regimen. I'm like, this is too much. I literally can't be on TikTok.
It's a lot.
It's
really
a lot for you.
It doesn't stop me though. I'm like, I'm thinking about it now.
Oh my God.
It's my smoking.
Yeah, it really felt that way to me as soon as I was on. I think I was on it for a day and I saw an hour just escape in the blink of an eye and only just felt bad about myself. And that's the one good thing I've been, like, I don't read internet comments on YouTube or Facebook and now I don't even read Instagram comments because those used to be positive and just like fire emojis, but now people are like, die in a fire emoji, we hate you. But also TikTok, that's the one thing that I'm like, I'm so glad I haven't been on, even though I'm missing a lot of good theories and conspiracy.
I'll just tell you them.
I ask my friends, like, there's a good one, just send it to me and I'll look at it like outside of but as soon as I go, because I'm still the app and sometimes it'll pop up. And man, I can get sucked in so fast.
Yeah,
it's amazing that people are here at this show, like doing a live thing.
Thank you for coming out, you guys. You guys are heroes.
Do you know there's TikTok? Like, live entertainment, it's gotta suffer from that stuff.
Oh yeah. So it's so amazing that we were able to get you because you're about to have your vocal surgery. You're not even going to be able to talk for like 3 weeks.
Vocal cord surgery on September 8th, and then I'm going to be not able to talk for 3 weeks. And then after that, it's like you can do like 10 minutes a day, and then the next week is 20 minutes a day, and then like so slowly I'll be able to podcast again. But
get a quick one in.
It is weird. It's like the surgery I'm having. I was telling you guys was like it's elective. Like, I don't need to have it. I'd be fine. I've sounded like this for so long, and I'd probably sound like this forever. But I want to be able to like sing, and my range is just really limited. And I was working with a vocal teacher recently, and she was like, there's something on your cords, like something's going on. So I went to a guy, and he stuck a thing down my throat, and he congratulated me. He's a specialist who's been doing this for 37 years. And he said, you're one of the best at having something down your throat and not gagging. And I said, thank you, sir. I was bullied in college, and I have deferred it a lot. So
I'll put that on the resume. I quote you for my website.
But he was like, your chords are really, there's so much trauma there. And I've always had like a husky voice and like grainy, gravelly. My first joke on the Tonight Show was like, my voice is husky. I like to say it's big boned. So it's like been a thing that I've been like insecure about for a while, and also like wanting to sing. Like I always am like an alto, and I always want to like sing like a pretty girl. And even in high school, I was an a cappella, and my voice teacher, I had a voice teacher then, and she called my mom and was like, your daughter, this isn't gonna be her thing. Like you're wasting your money. And so I was always so discouraged. And then, but then this voice teacher was like, if you get your chords fixed, like you could actually be a singer. Like you've got enough, like, you know, you're good, but you just don't have range. So I went to this guy, and I'm having this surgery where they slice your cords. Like they cut off all like the trauma. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting not talking for 3 weeks. And he said that when women have this surgery done, they come back and they're like, I sound like a girl now. Like that's gonna be,
Love it.
So I think it's gonna be transformative in that way. Cause I've always felt a little bit, I think I did comedy because I couldn't sing and I wanted to be a singer, but I was like, I guess I'll do comedy because I can't get in that world. And comedy's such a masculine energy thing as a woman to be on stage. Yeah. This is how it is. Yeah. So, and singing is like very sexual, very feminine, and just like you're crying. Like, it's just like, you're just like, it's so like feminine. And so I'm interested to see what it will change about me if I have like a more Disney princess voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Snow White.
Yeah.
Animals flying to you.
I'm just gonna be a woman with birds in the park, like pigeons, and you're like, that's not what we pictured, but okay.
Wow, Nikki really pivoted.
Yeah, you have a very like Disney princess voice. Do you sing?
No, I can't. I think I'm tone deaf, actually.
Oh, really?
Like, I just have I just talk weird, because that's what my mom talks. She talks a lot of Southern, like vocal variation, like, oh my God, one of
No,
those.
it's good.
So,
it's a good voice. Yeah, it's pretty much a voice lift. Like, and I wanted to maybe, while I'm doing it, do some like surgery on my face that I've been looking into, because I'm not opposed to it.
Get it in, why not?
Because I'm already out of commission, I'm not on tour, I can't do a TV show, and that's why I get annoyed with girls who, Kylie Jenner's, the Jenner, like these, and honestly, every actress that you think is beautiful has had surgery, and facelifts. Like these girls are getting facelifts in their 20s because it's preventative, and they go and they get facelifts, and you don't know it because it's so well done, and they store photos of themselves so that they can go put those photos out while they heal and have like straws in their face and bellies and have like look like they were hit by a train.
Yes.
But like you don't see any of this, but they're having surgery. It's not them just like, I do a new washa technique. It's a man ripped your face and pulled your muscle up to your ear. Yeah.
No, I remember that. I saw a photo, this was like probably 10 years ago, of Christina Aguilera, and I remember being like, oh my God, look how pretty she is, natural makeup. And I got so many comments like, you idiot. It's filler and Botox. It's more money than you could ever spend on yourself. And I was like, I am the most naive person. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's natural makeup is like $1 million of work. Like,
once you start doing it, you can see it on people. If you look at the Bachelorette Bachelor contestants when that show first came out in the early 2000s and compare them to the faces of the Bachelorette, like it's a different looking, like women don't look, the standard of beauty has changed so much to just have cartoonishly big lips and big cheeks, and it's a different face.
I think there's an article that came out recently that said it's Instagram face.
Right.
And all the girls are getting kind of the same kind of, it's the Khloe Kardashian look.
And now the Kardashians are deciding we don't want big asses anymore, and they're having all their fucking fat sucked out of their asses. And so now they're changing it. So now all these girls that got BBLs because of them are like, wait, what do I do? Like, I have to go back and get it out.
Yeah.
But Kim, if you've noticed, is whittling down again.
She is.
So it's the big ass, she brought it, and everyone was like, thank you, real women have curves, even though hers were fake.
Yeah.
And now they're going away, and now it keeps going. It's like, eyebrows. This, thin, bigger. Like, never count on. Bell bottoms come back. Everything comes back.
Yes.
So don't ever.
The corset is back now. I saw it on TikTok. People are like, this swimsuit cinches my waist. It's like, that's the 1800s.
Yeah.
They used to fucking oppress us with those.
So yeah, this is one of the last times you'll hear my voice.
We're so glad that we got to have you
So glad
here.
to
It was
be
so
here. Thank you for having me.
amazing.
I love you guys. I love your podcast.
Yes.
So good. Thank you all for being so.
Everybody, Nikki Glaser, everybody.
Stretching legs.
And thanks for supporting Lady Journey Live. We appreciate it. If go on YouTube, like and subscribe, leave a comment for our iTunes podcasts, or just find us on any platform. We're pretty much there.
Yeah, thanks guys. We'll be out after to say hi, so come say hi.